Hey everyone, it's Josh Bickle here, representing the Millennial Wealth Network, and today we're going to be talking about forecasting the 2020 real estate market. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. The Millennial Wealth Network, we're not here to promote our business, but it's not. Part of an important part of wealth, because one of the most important wealth builders that are out there are investing in assets that you can own. And there's no better asset that you can possibly own out there today than real estate. So that's why we want to talk about it. And that's why we're going to be giving you a little bit of a forecast on what should be happening in 2020 today. So here's the spice. Here it is. It's going to be an okay year. Yep, there's nothing special. There's no doom. There's no gloom. There's not going to be a mega bump in the market. There's going to be nothing special going on like that. But we should have an absolutely okay year. Now, I'm not going to dive into all the stats and the numbers and everything that's behind that, because about 85% of the population doesn't find stats entertaining, and my goal is not just to provide you with this information, but also to provide you with a semblance of entertainment while we're doing this. However, if you do want to know what's going on in the market and want to get directly into the stats, you can give me a call, because believe it or not, I can actually read them, write them, pull them, and discuss them at a very, very high level. But right now, let's talk about why we're going to have a pretty decent 2020. You may remember the market in 2017 and how we saw an absolutely ludicrous amount of homes going ridiculously over asking. And trust me, that is a market that I do not ever want to exist, work, or operate my business in again if I can avoid it. However, that was due to an absolute shortage of supply. In 2016, coming to the end, or going through 2016, we didn't have the greatest year in real estate. And because of that, we saw the beginning of 2017, very, very few people actually came onto the market. There was just a lower amount of homes being listed, but the buying power and the people who were out there purchasing was very high. Because of this, we saw a natural inflation in the market. We saw homes going for well over asking because the demand was there and the supply was short. Now, contrary to popular belief and government claims, none of the new policies that they brought in actually served to affect cooling down the market, especially in the key areas like Toronto, Durham, Montreal, and Vancouver. What it did do is hurt some rural areas. What we saw mainly affect the market was the fact that during that time period, in about April, right after Easter was done, a ton of people decided, I want to take advantage of this amazing market, and they listed their home. And all of a sudden, we had an absolute spike in an influx of listings that hit the market. Because of this, we saw the market start to balance, adjust, and correct itself, and that amount of listings continued to happen through the summer and well into 2018. You might remember 2018 was not a great year for real estate growth. It was actually a little bit slower as some people chased the market and a lot of buying power came off the market because people were actually just sick of the market that they existed in. 2019, last year, we saw a really good rebound in the market. We saw sustained growth, moderate growth, nothing extremely fancy, but if you had a home, if you had an investment, you were growing. And if you are a first-time home buyer, you can guarantee that you were still finding entry-level homes to get into the market in Oshawa and around Durham Region. 2020 looks like it's going to be the exact same. There's nothing to indicate that we're going to be looking at any kind of sustained loss or any economic boom or sustained boom in the real estate market. Quite simply, we should see continued growth. Probably a little bit higher than last year, but we will see a market that can fluctuate with the time periods, with the amount of homes that are listed, and with possible other events. So, if you have an investment, you're safe. You should be gaining money this year. If you are looking to buy your first home, you should still find absolutely great entry-level homes. But the beautiful part is that if you are living in Oshawa or around the Durham region, there are some economic factors that might actually play in your favor. And I do say might because we can never actually predict these things accurately. The first, it just happens to be that Toronto right now is going through a small housing shortage, which means their prices are actually increasing just a little bit, and they're having troubles finding people getting to the market. Because they are going through that housing shortage, there is a lot of people from Toronto who are moving east into the Durham region in the Oshawa area, where there isn't as much as a housing shortage and homes are more affordable. That's great for our sellers out there, and for the first time buyers worried that that might knock them out of the market. In my experience, and I have absolutely no statistics to back this up, this is purely a gut instinct thing after watching the market for the amount of years that I have, is that most Toronto buyers are looking from about $550,000 to $650,000 when they go to purchase a home. Because of that, you should be safe because that is normally well outside of the first-time home buyer's range. So that gives you a good amount there. Where you want to be focused on if you're looking for a little bit of an economic boom that Oshawa and the Durham region has going on is if you live along the 407 or 401 corridors. Not only are we seeing the expansion of the 407, but we're also seeing an upcoming supposed expansion of the GO train as well, which will make commuting into Toronto easier and make our region a more attractive region. But that being said, it does make you safe if you live down the central corridors, which is where I'm actually seeing most first-time home buyers that live or work locally in the area are looking down our central corridors. We also have two mega developments in Pickering Live, and Oshawa has the Outlet Mall coming to North Oshawa. So those are naturally going to attract a lot of interest into the region. So those are some small economic buffs. So again, 2020 looks like it's going to be great. It's an okay time to sell. It's a balanced market. It's an okay time to purchase a home. You're going to be safe no matter which way you do it. Now again, this is a forecast, not a prediction. If I can make accurate predictions 100% of the time that you can take to Vegas and lay down a bet, then I would probably be much more wealthy than what I am today. This is an educated guess on what the market's going to do based on the trends that we're seeing and letting you know that it is safe, no matter which way you want to go, to jump into that market and get your housing game on this year. I hope this helped. If you want to talk more details about your home, about your neighborhood, about your house, or about creating a buyer's plan, you can let me know. You don't have to be interested in doing business this year. I believe everyone deserves to know what's going on in the market, in their neighborhood, and in their city. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.